favorite thing. Oh, goodness gracious.
Hey.
I ain't forgot my pocket knife. What kind of redneck am I without my pocket knives? I was packing these things with so much daggone tape.
Oh, hey there, Jim.
Hey, please.
Oh, is that there a delivery package?
No, Cletus, it's a cardboard banana.
It is?
Oh, of course it's a delivery package. What's it look like?
Well, I mean, I guess it kind of looks like a cardboard banana.
Goodness. Cletus, come here. Let me show you what it is.
All right.
I got on Amazon.com and ordered me a brand new set of Rain Slayer wiper blades.
Oh. Rain Slayer wiper blades.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Gosh, that sounds real, nice. Nice?
Well, these ain't nice. These are as nice as the nice. These are the best you can get. Well, these bring a whole new level to the whole field of wipering. They're top of the line. You see, here's the line, and here's these wiper blades right at the top. You understand? Yeah.
What makes them so good?
Well, I tell you what, these Rain Slayer wiper blades were a special cut using a vulcanizing laser and special honed, what was my word? Precision honed, that's the word, to within 9 microns of a human hair. They are so sharp, they cut through the air in front of the water and blow it out of the way. Mm-hmm. It's true.
Oh, come on now. Did you just make all that up?
Oh, of course not. It says so right there in the box. Yeah. I wrote on there just one yours.
Come on. There. Load up. Well, how come you need such fancy wiper blades?
Oh, well, on account I'm running a big obstacle course this year. You see, I'm not taking no chances. Last year, there was a fellow that was running in a big pool, and he got mud all over in his windshield, and he couldn't see the course. He lost the race on account of that. No sirree, you get mud in your eyes, and you're guaranteed to lose.
Well, ain't that iconic?
Yeah.
What's that? Ain't that iconic?
That's ironic.
Cletus, what did I tell you about using any big $2 words? You know it all went to Fredericktown. Now, what are you talking about?
Well, I just mean that, well, nothing. We heard a story this morning in VBS about a fella who couldn't see until Jesus come along and put some mud in his eyes.
Well, that don't make no sense. How can you see if you got mud in your eyes? And how's that iconic?
Well, he couldn't see until he washed it out. Well, it's iconic on account of, it's kind of funny, you're saying you can't see if you got mud in your eye, and this fellow, well, he couldn't see it until he got mud in his eye. You get it?
I get it, I guess, but that's not iconic. That's...
Oh, why sure it is. Why, it's the definition of iconic. You know, like when you think of things one way, but it turns out to be another, like more specifically, an outcome of events contrary to what was or might have been expected.
Is that anything like quoting something out of the dictionary and putting the wrong word in front of it?
Well, yeah, well, that'd be a good example. What?
Never mind, Cletus. What I'm telling you is that your mud-faced feller over there, he'd have had better luck seeing if he had his own Rain Slayers installed. That's all I'm saying.
Well, mud wasn't his problem. It wasn't the mud that blinded him.
It was? Well, what blinded him?
But see, that's what everybody wanted to know. You see, Jesus come along and run into this feller, and he was born blind. And even though he'd been blind from birth, well, all the folks around him was trying to blame the situation on some kind of sin. You see, some folks said it was on account of his parents had sinned, and some folks said it was on account of he had sinned, and well, they was all fighting and feuding something fierce.
Huh, okay, that sounds like one of Tom McKinney's family reunion / church picnics.
Yep.
What were they talking about?
Well, see...
Sorry, I'm going to throw you off there.
You got to know Todd, that's all there is to it. See, well, they kind of had the wrong idea. Well, they thought that bad things only happened to folks that had done something wrong.
Well, that don't make no sense. I know a whole heap of people that had bad stuff going on in their lives. I mean, you remember when my cousin lost his job last month at the big feed store down the road whenever it closed down? Well, that weren't his fault. He never hurt nobody.
Well, that's true. Sometimes bad things just happen. It ain't nobody's fault.
Well, then what was all them folks fighting and feuding about then?
Well, see, they was trying to figure out a reason for this fella's condition. And God had a purpose for it, but it wasn't what they thought. So sometimes folks don't quite understand what God's trying to tell them, and they put a bunch of their own ideas into it and get it all mixed up, and it's just a mess.
Well, I mean, Jesus, Son of God, He was right there with them, wasn't He? Why didn't they just ask Him?
Well, they did. And He said that this thing happened that the work of God might be displayed in this man's life.
So you're saying this man was born blind just so that Jesus could heal him?
That's what it says. It says he spit in the ground and scooped up some mud, rubbed it on this fella's eyes. And then he told him, go on, wash in the pool of Shiloh. And when he did, why, he could see.
So you mean that God planned on healing this fella even before he was born?
Mm-hmm.
Wow, that's what I call a long-term investment plan right there. It's just like I was telling Jason last week whenever he bought that lottery ticket out, that $2 million jackpot. Yeah.
Yep. See, all God's plans are long-term.
Yeah.
And they happen right when He's good and ready.
But I don't get it though. I mean, how's putting mud in somebody's eyes going to help them see? And how's spitting on the ground God's work? I mean, I spit on the ground right there where you're standing, but that ain't God's work. That's just my tooth tobacco.
You're just like your mother.
Rest in peace.
Now listen here. It weren't the spitting or the mudding that made him see. Well, it was obedience in faith. You see, he listened real close to what Jesus told him to do, and then he went out and he done it, see?
So you're saying that Jesus was using this fella as an example of what He's trying to teach him?
Oh, right. You see, Jesus was always teaching. Well, now that's the most important work that He was doing. Why, all the helping and the healing that He did, well, that was just kind of ways to show folks that, they had the wrong idea about God.
Well, I mean, didn't they already know He could do all that stuff there?
Well, it was more like they didn't know why He would. You see, they had the idea that in order to get something good, well, you had to earn it. And Jesus was teaching them all that salvation was God's free gift.
Oh, so it's kind of like what my grandpa's always telling me there. You know, if you clean yourself up and you do the right thing, well, then you can be saved.
No, Jeff, it ain't like that.
Well, sure it is. That's just like the Bible always says. Cleanliness is next to godliness. Yeah, that's right there in Proverbs, I think.
Oh, yeah, that is not in the Bible. No, it ain't not on account of this fellow washed himself up real good. It was because he had obedience in faith. You see, that was the teaching Jesus was giving, that salvation was God's free gift.
So it's like Jesus. It's like what the preacher's always telling us. Jesus wants to come in and wash all the mud, the sin, and muck out of our hearts Himself. And then we can see clearly so we can know what His will is.
Now you got it.
Oh.
And making sure we pay close attention, like the Bible says. That's how it works for us today. We read real good in the Bible, and then that gives us an idea of what God has planned for us, and it makes it easy for us to see them plans real clear.
Oh, okay. God's free gift.
Yep.
Is that right?
That's it.
That's good. Free gift right now, it's about all I can afford after buying these here lighter blades.
Was they real expensive?
Oh, you don't even want to know, Cletus.
Oh, well, sure I do.
Well, they's $60 a piece.
Oh, wait, $60.
Yeah.
Well, now that's some high quality blades you got
Yeah,
there.
it is.
So, I guess that ain't too bad.
Oh, so you pay that much for them then?
Well, I mean, if I really needed them, I guess I might.
Oh, well, that's good. I'm glad to hear you say that, Cletus, because I didn't exactly have the, shall we say, necessary funds appropriated, so I kind of borrowed your credit card.
You what?
Now, Cletus, I knew you didn't want to know.
What? Doggone it, Jeff. We talked about that.
Well, now just think about it this way. I used your Amazon Prime account, so it was free.
Yeah, my Prime.
Yeah.
Prime. Well, you know, I tell you what, Jeff. You better get free shipping on the way back too. I'm taking these.
Well, now wait a minute, Cletus. Now how am I supposed to win the big pool without my wiper blades?
Well, now, I'll tell you what, if you get mud in your eyes while you're in that race, you just drive on through the pool of Shiloh, because I'm keeping them.
No, wait a minute, Cletus. Now come on back here. Let's talk about this.
The gates of glory open wide.